Hi, it's Ben Andrews from SafeWork. I'm going to show you how to use the editor tool in admin. This tool features on lots of SafeWork pages, so very useful video. Get familiar with using this tool. So first of all, click admin and click any of the tabs that the editor tool. So I'm going to click safety briefings. I'm going to click add new safety briefing. So this section here is not the editor tool. This will be different on every page, but in effect, type of page, safety briefing, page title, whatever the title is, publish date, expiry date, and reviewed on date. This is the date you've reviewed it. If there is no expiry date, leave it blank. This is the editor tool. So the page content tool is the editor tool. Now if you've used Word or Pages or any word processing application, you will see very familiar symbols on the page content editing tool. But there's a few various functions which you may not be familiar with. So first of all, let me show you the basics. Obviously, to make title bold, we click bold, or italic, underline. Standard functions with where we want the writing placed. The left hand button is a predefined template. Okay, we tend not to use these on SafeWork because everyone has their own various templates, so I'll show you how to populate a page without using a predefined template. A strike through, again, all of these are standard. Okay, what does question mark mean? Question mark is a page heading. So I'm going to put page heading of example safety briefing. Okay, example safety briefing. So that's the name of the page, is example safety briefing. So in effect, that is your page title, example safety briefing. Let's put that in. And publish date, today, expiry date, we're going to leave blank, reviewed on, we're not reviewing, so we're leaving blank. Okay, what's next? The S. The S is a section. This is great when you've got lots of information. So we're going to call this section responsibilities. Okay, and insert. Now I'm going to type, this is the section where you will find different responsibilities for various roles. So that's a section. Now under that I want a subsection, and you'll see what the subsection is. So the subsection is going to list the roles. So role number 1 is going to be line manager. Insert. Line manager is responsible for X, Y, and Z. Now I'm going to put another subsection in called senior manager. Insert. Senior manager is responsible for A, B, and C. Okay. So this will all be under the section responsibilities, and there'll be 2 subheadings, and I'll show what that looks like at the end. Now I'm going to add another section. This section is going to be called example actions. Insert. That's a brand new section, so the previous section will end there and the new section will start. It's really useful. I'll show you what it looks like in the end, but you'll see the value behind using sections and subsections. Then next to that we've got unordered list or ordered list. So basically bullet points or numbers. Undo, redo, and link. If we want to insert a link, we highlight the text we want linked. So I'm going to highlight is responsible for A, B, and C. And I'm going to click link. A link button will come up. And we type in the link URL, be it a website URL or a document URL. Open in new window or same window, the title, and insert. Next to that, we've got indent. So if we want the text to be indented, by how much? We don't tend to use anchor points, although you may want to. For example, if I want an anchor on different responsibilities for various roles, I will select anchor. And it's going to ask me to insert the anchor point. So responsibilities, insert. Okay, that is now an anchor point. That means I can directly go to that part of the page. Like I say, tend not to use this, but the function's there if you want to use it. Add an image is not currently set up, but what you can do is simply copy and paste an image directly into the page content area and it will save your image. So we suggest you do that rather than using the button. Add file, exactly the same. Copy and paste the file into the page content editor. Insert a new table. Tables can be done in most simple of terms. Number of columns, cell padding, alignment, width, etc. So columns and rows, and then you can talk about your padding and spacing, borders and heights, etc. So clean up messy code is worth using. You can just click it and it will clean up any code on the back page. Obviously help is help. This shows you how to edit the page if you're not sure. Horizontal ruler, obviously we'll insert a line. Subscript, so subscript and superscript we tend not to use. So unless you already know what these two items mean, please don't use them. HTML shows your page in HTML. This is great if you've got a coder or someone who prefers to write pages in HTML. It also means that you can copy effectively web pages and enter them into the page content editor. So the page content editor will allow you to use the page content as you normally would. So you can copy and paste from documents straight into the page content editor. If you want to add sections and subsections, it's very easy. And then effectively it will convert it into code for you so that it works on SafeWork. So it's a great way to update all the pages. All the pages that can be updated use the page content editor. So please get familiar with it. Don't worry about necessarily getting it wrong because you can always delete that page. It's worth playing with and it's worth figuring out how it all works. So I'm going to save this page. Okay, that is now saved. I'm going to show my example safety briefing. Edit, show, save. Now when I go to briefing home, we will see example safety briefing and little new sign. Going to click that. Brilliant. What we've got here now is the section, which I'm going to click, and the subsections, line manager, senior manager. So I can click up. I didn't write anything under example actions apart from the line's there, or I can expand all. Really quick way of getting the information across and making sure everybody's got the information they need. So that's the page editor. Like I say, get familiar with it, make sure you're comfortable with it, and I hope you find it useful. If you've got any feedback, please let me know on info@my-safework.co.uk.